Boys and girls, how are we doing today? I'm Michael with Blue Phase Plus. Thanks for tuning in. I'm an electrical contractor with Blue Phase Electric out in Palm Beach County. If you guys are looking for an electrician, let me know. But anyway, the reason I'm making this video today is about water changes. For all you fish keepers out there, I'm actually a new fish keeper myself. Basically, I went from 10 gallon all the way to a 25 to this. I believe it's like a 55 gallon. And watched a lot of videos on YouTube. There's a lot of good information out there about maintaining your fish tank or your aquarium. So basically, I just want to make this video. I'm going to do my water change, how I do it, and maybe you guys can see how I do it, maybe learn a thing or two, or if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. And also, I'm still learning myself, so if there's something, that you think I should probably do differently or try, just let me know. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do with the water change is I like to shut these lights off. So I shut these lights off. I usually just set them out the way. I just take these covers off and I take them outside. I just take those outside, spray them down with a garden hose, and then I let them dry. I don't use any chemicals or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and wring these outside and I'll be right back. Alright, now that I'm back, I use this scrubber and I leave the filtration running, and I go ahead and I just start scrubbing around the tank. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. This tank, for some reason, doesn't get too built up with allergy or anything like that. I think it's because I don't leave the lights on all the time. They say you only want to use the lighting when you're, enjoying your aquarium. Helps reduce allergy, blooming, and all that. So these guys don't get too much light. All right, I'm about almost pretty happy with that. All right, I'm gonna say that's pretty good. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut down the pumps. Alright, I don't recommend doing it with the light on, but I just want to give you guys a better view of this. Basically, 5 gallon bucket and a vacuum. I'll show you guys how to use this. Basically, just got to get a good prime. Basically, I usually just stick it down and I kind of lift it up once it starts flowing and just stick it in real quick. Water starts flowing, and then I just barely go over the sand. And usually you want to move the structures and stuff around, and because that's where a lot of the stuff builds up. But I do my vacuuming, pretty often, and they kind of build their little caverns in there, so I don't like to disturb their digging. Of course, they get to do it all, give them some more work, because once it's all mixed up, they have to work all over again. So try not to make them too mad. So basically, I'll go ahead and I'll suck like 5 gallons. Stay on top of your water changes. I basically do a water change, once a month. And I usually do 5 to 5 gallons or sometimes even 10 gallons. But normally I like to only do the 5. And then I'll show you here what I do to clean the filters. Normally I don't really change my filters unless they start to deteriorate a lot, but I'm gonna say that's actually pretty good there. So we got almost 5 gallons of water out. So, and the important thing with doing your water changes is it removes your what are they called? Jesus, hold on 1 second here. You got your, what is it, the nitrate. Your ammonia turns into, I believe, a nitrite, or a nitrate, and then when you do your water changes, that's how you remove the nitrite. I believe that's the terminology, you know. I'm just still learning, you know. But anyway, I did a little bit of research, so you guys can still, you know, do a little more. Next thing I do is I pull these filters out, and I just kind of set them in the bucket. Look at that, it's just gross. Filthy animals. But yeah, I don't take the filters out, and you know, you don't take them outside and spray them. What I use this water here, and I just kind of go through and just kind of sponge it out, because I don't want to take out too much of the bacteria. Let me set this up. How we're looking over here. Hopefully we're looking pretty good. How we doing, boys and girls? Hanging with me? Awesome. All right. Trying to make it happen, you know. Trying to get these guys happy, and you know, I figured that's it. You know, I've been doing this for a little bit now. I've had my aquarium for over a year, and it was tough trying to set it up for the first time. You know, like when you do a new aquarium and you get the cloudy water and just all this stuff, and most people kind of give up. And I was at the point where, you know, I thought I was doing something wrong, and I was just maybe overdoing things. So I finally feel like this is pretty good. A lot of people come over, and when they see the aquarium, they say, "Oh wow, that's actually really clean," you know. So it tends to do a pretty good job, this little way I usually do it. So either way, it's not the cleanest, you know. Maybe another couple months I might change them out, maybe change one out at a time, because you don't want to change your filters too often, because it's a lot of that healthy bacteria is in there that helps break down that ammonia. And if you're not aware, ammonia is just very bad, very, very bad. It'll kill, and that's how a lot of the fish will die. You don't want to introduce too many new fish to the tank. I got a few African cichlids in here. I got an Oscar. I got a Looch. And I got a rainbow shark in there. You know, I got a little mixture. I got a ram. And I'll go ahead and hang around with me. And when we get closer to the end of this, I'll give you guys a little introduction. I'll even feed them, get them going and moving, you know. So, okay. That was actually not too bad. It looks a little better here. So, stick that, tuck that back in there. All right. And if you guys have an aquarium, I have just always make sure your filters big enough, can push or move enough gallons. You know, because that's very important. Another thing I figured out is, you know, I never had one of these, but this is called a sponge filter, and to believe it or not, I think this is what really makes a big difference. I'm not sure how it really functions, but I'll show you guys here. All I do with this bad boy is wring it out like a sponge. God, I hope you guys can see me, or, you know, this water is disgusting. Oh my lord, it doesn't smell too good either. Good thing this ain't smell-o-vision. Alright, so what I think this does is I think the sponge filter really captures a lot of that bacteria, that healthy bacteria, which really helps with the ammonia, and what I think it does is the bubbles get pushed in, and then the fast moving air acts as like a suction, and it actually pulls the water in and then back out, and it's actually really effective. So I definitely recommend you guys having one of these. If you guys don't have one, check out, there's different sizes, and I just need to drop it right back in over there. So alright, with that said and done, I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break. I'm gonna go empty this stuff out, and I'll be right back with you guys. What I do with this is, if you have like a garden, I don't know, I'd look into it, but I always heard like the water is really good for gardens and plants and stuff. So I have a tree that I planted, and pine tree, and I started pouring this out there, and I don't know if that's it or what, or this just is South Florida rain we always get, and that thing just started skyrocketing. So it's growing pretty quickly, so thought I'd share that. So I'll be right back with you. Alright, boys and girls, we're back. Alright, so with that, I got rid of the water, we did the scrubbing, we did the vacuuming. Now another thing I do is I store my water in 5-gallon jugs. I usually do 10 gallons. So after every water change, I usually just put water in there, and then I'll just show you a little bit what I use. I use a pretty popular product. I'm sure you guys are aware of it, but it's Prime. Basically, I put a little bit of that, like just a little, not even a capful, just a little in there, and basically it stores, and then until now. And then what I usually do is I introduce a little bit of this Aquatic Safe Plus. Now, the only reason why I started using this is because a buddy of mine says it's just a monthly maintenance or whatever, and I just put a little bit in there and then I stir it, and I think this just kind of helps. Supposedly it's got some good stuff in it that's supposedly good for the fish, or, you know, I'm not a chemist or anything, so. And, you know, I don't use too much products. There's just so much products out there, I don't get crazy. That's pretty much the only 2 products I use. And that's another thing. If there's something you guys might suggest, you know, me use, I would definitely appreciate it. You know, if maybe I should do something just a little differently, you know, I appreciate it. Let me know. Oh yeah, and to all my followers out there, thanks guys. I don't know, I looked at my YouTube the other day, and you know, I have, you know, a few followers, and I'm like, well, man, I better start doing something. So I appreciate you guys, and you know, I hope you guys enjoy this video. And you know, maybe you have an aquarium, you know, maybe you don't, maybe you want to definitely become a fish keeper. And I usually just dump it very slow because I don't want to agitate. And that's another good thing why I store the buckets in here next to the fish tank. Because of the temperature, they always say you got to be careful with the temperatures, and you know, my house stays the same temperature pretty much most of the time, so this might be a little bit more insulated, might be a little cooler than the glass tank, but for the most part, I've been doing this for a while, and haven't shocked any fish, so I definitely think it's a great idea to store the water inside where you can have the fish tank. Alrighty, boys and girls, we're back. Now, take a look. Nice and clean, crystal clean. I went ahead, I filled up those 5-gallon buckets. I got those all set in storage. They're ready to go for next time. So yeah, basically you guys saw how we did it. If you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to comment below. If you know, something I should try differently, you know, I'm all ears, man. I appreciate any advice. I want to thank my subscribers and just you guys viewing this. You know, I appreciate you guys' time. I hope you guys learned something from this. So, you know, I wanted to at least make a video. I got some plans for some other videos. I'm going to probably do a little generator repair video, changing out a carburetor. Has a little bit to do with electrical, so, you know, maybe you guys have generators and, you know, want to get them ready for the hurricane. So, but anywho, with that all being said, get a good close-up there. I'm going to go ahead and start feeding these guys. I'll Put in little shrimps in there for my Oscar. He loves them. Look, he's all woo, woo. He already knows. Look, we got blue phase down here. All right, I'm gonna get a close up on these guys, but let me go ahead and drop in a couple shrimps, a couple dead shrimps. There we go. It's a monster. Oh, his name's Cheetah, or her. He or she, Cheetah. And I'm going to put a little bit of bloodworms. It's kind of hard to see. I just wanted to, you know, shut off some lights. Put a little bit in there. These guys are probably starving. I done freaked them all out. I got that in there. A little bit of flake. Get the guys really all coming out. I just cleaned it. Now it's going to get filthy with all this food. See if I can't get you guys a close-up here. So that's Cheetah. He's looking at us like, what's going on? What are we doing, Cheetah? Say hello to the YouTubers out there. YouTube fans. Alright, let's go down in their little cave. We got blue phase right there, the blue and stripe one. McVeigh there in the back after Sean McVeigh. Oh, blue phase. Putting on a show, huh? And yeah, Sean McVeigh from the Rams, coach. Man, blue phase is loving the can. Look at this. He's just popping. He's like, what's going on? And then we got over here, we got Fireball. What are you doing down there, Fireball? Where are you going? So they got their little cavern down in there. They they like to clean out. Oh, and there's lightning. The yellow one, where'd he go? Yeah, there he is, net back in there. It's kind of hard to see him. They're eating, and then we got just they didn't name this guy. Just a sucker fish. Plato. And who else we got? I don't see anybody else. Man, it is filthy in there now. So, oh yeah, we got the little treasure chest here. Little gold bars. Yeah, I got a looch in here too. We call Lucci. So yeah, anyway, thanks again, boys and girls. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. If you guys enjoyed the video, put a like. If you guys learned something, you know, I hope you guys, you know, learned something. Something's better than nothing, right? And you know, I've been doing it for about a year now, even though I had an aquarium back when I was a kid, but I never really understood much. Man, it is filthy in there now with all that food. But overall, that's how I do my water changes. You know, thanks guys, I appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. You guys take care. God bless. Love you guys.